You can never make me feel envy. When I know deep down you feel empty. That's why you overcompensating. Your moves don't match what you be saying. I wanna stay, but you be playing. How many times I gotta say this?
Welcome to my channel. I'm Janique. This is part 2 of my 6-month Houston update. In the last video, I told you about how I moved. I broke down some pricing for you and I gave you a budget. And I taught you how to make your own budget so you can go ahead and complete your move as well. Now in this video specifically, I'm going to be telling you what I love about Houston, what I would change about Houston, and if I'm happy with the decision that I made. So if you want to hear more, make sure you stay tuned. Let's go. The last 6 months in Houston have been so eventful for me. I'm actually super happy with the move that I made. I feel like some of the things that I've done since I moved to Houston, I wouldn't have done if I was still in Charlotte. Because when you are in your hometown, you can really be complacent because you see people all the time. They have access to you. You can run into somebody you know anywhere and then they invite you out somewhere, and that has ruined your whole productivity for the week. You understand? So it's so much space and time to focus when you relocate to another city. You know, it's just not always about going out and stuff. It's not always about hanging out with people that you've seen your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are super comfortable, and in order to be uncomfortable, you just gotta make some changes and shake some things up. Now, I did not tell anybody about my move. Nobody. I didn't tell nobody. People know for years that I wanted to move, but tell somebody that I was actually doing it, nobody. I shared it with my child's father a few days before I did it, and he was like, "What? Why are you just now telling me?" I'm like, you knew I was gonna do this. Since I met you, I've been talking about this. And I met you almost 10 years ago. So you already knew I was gonna do this. You just didn't expect me to do it. So I'm just letting you know because I have to. But I didn't tell anybody. And I think there's power in secrecy, especially when you're sharing something between you and God. Because God will keep your secret for you. And I love that about him. But it's up to you to also keep your secret. You don't have to tell anybody you don't want to know something, because you just never know who is preying on your downfall. You don't know who is rooting against you. You don't know who wants to see you lose. You don't even know. You'd be surprised if God really exposed the people in your life to you and tell you the things that they were saying behind your back. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't even be able to handle it because we're so full of ourselves. We don't want to believe that the people in our life that we've chosen to be here dislike us. You understand? So you would be surprised who's preying on your downfall. Have you ever told somebody something and then the stuff don't happen for you? You wonder why. Like, every time I tell somebody something, the stuff always falls through. But when I keep it to myself, it always goes through smoothly for me. But as soon as I tell somebody, so let me go over a few things with y'all since I've been here, right? Now, one thing I love about Houston is the weather, okay? Today I'm in the house, so I'm chilly, but it's like 80 degrees here today. It's January. It's 80 degrees here today for Christmas. Christmas, it was, I think it was actually chilly on Christmas because I went out. But it's been like 80 degrees here for the last week. New Year's, it was 80. Like, it's just super warm, and I really can appreciate those warm days because it should not be winter every day. That's lame. Now, personally, I think they're messing with the weather. I know they're messing with the weather, actually. So I'm glad that since I've been here, they have not been doing it. And I give that glory straight to God for the reason that there was no hurricane here this year. I like to think I'm a part of that. No hurricane this year. No blizzard so far. So I like to think I play a part in that. And God wants to protect his child, his daughter. So the weather has not been crazy, but I heard people were trying to discourage me anyway. Every time I say that I want to move to Houston, they be like, "Oh, it's floods there. Like, it's a snowstorm." Especially after that snowstorm happened, they like, it snows there. It snows in Charlotte. What are you talking about? To be able to wear shorts in January, I feel like I'm 18 again. I remember being 18 and in San Antonio doing that. I feel like I'm 18. So I'm good. The weather, cool, we straight. Another thing that I really like about Houston is there's a lot of diversity. You see so many people that you don't know all day. Like, you don't run into the same person. Like, I love that. I love that. It's so big here. Like, my city, you go somewhere, you see somebody you know. I hate that. I hate that. Because now you're going to tell everybody you saw me. Instead of telling me, like, instead of speaking to me, you can go tell everybody you saw me. I hate that shit. I hate it. So yeah, I really love that nobody really knows me here. I met a few people, but hopefully they don't know me too, okay? Just mind your business here. And it's just it's hard dating in a city that you grew up in, because it's like, you know, everybody know you, you know who they dating. Like, it's just so much mess. The friends that you around dated this guy, it's just so much mess. Like, I don't know how it's just like, you guys eventually, I guess, settle for each other, but it's like, it's so messy dating in a city that you grew up in. I don't know how people do it and find true love, but more power to you. One thing I have been enjoying is the type of men that I attract here. Now, it could have a lot to do with my new look, because we all know, like, subconsciously as women, right? And let's just rock with me for a second. Subconsciously as women, we know that different looks attract different men. So 9 times out of 10, if I got a middle part bust down, I'm going to attract a hood dude, a drug dealer, you know, a rapper, you know, somebody like that. When I look like this, I attract different types of men. Like, it's just men who are more serious, I notice, like, as opposed to when I had the look before, like, or if I go get a quick weave or something like that. And even the type of quick weave I get, it's still like, I might attract a different man. It just really depends. But I really like who I've been attracting in this energy that I'm in since I moved. And I haven't found the one yet, because I know what I'm looking for. Like, it's inside of me. You'll know when you find it. Like, that's how people be knowing people not the one, I guess. Like, I haven't found the one yet. I'm still looking. As much as men are looking, like, I'm looking too. I haven't found the one. I haven't met the one yet. I know that I haven't met the one yet, and I'm still waiting. But I like being here. And I really like the fact that they know I'm not from here. That really excites me a little bit, because it's like, you could tell I'm different. You know, whenever I do meet somebody, the first thing they say is like, "You're not from here, are you?" I'll be like, "How'd you know?" And they always say it's how I dress, or how I look, my haircut, or, you know, just anything I'm doing. I look different, so it's just like, I like it here. It's cool. People complain about the traffic a lot. Traffic is bad, you know, I guess, if you have to commute a lot, but I don't really have to commute a lot. At the times that I'm going out, the traffic is not that crazy. Now, they do start driving early here. Around 6 o'clock, they start driving here. They're driving all day. There's people on the roads all day. But if you get you a little easy pass, because I got one for sure, where you can take a toll road, who cares about the traffic? I don't care. Got me a toll road pass. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Now, one thing I don't really care for here is the barbecue. Like, they need to work on that. They don't have as many fast food restaurants as I like, which is probably a good thing for me, because I don't eat out as much. But dang, I would like a cookout and a Bojangles for sure. For sure, I would like a cookout in the Bojangles. Like, why don't we have one of those here? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, why have they not branched out over here? All they got here is the churches, and churches does not sell breakfast. And I'm confused about why churches don't sell breakfast at this point. Like, a chicken biscuit, y'all can't make one of those? Anyway, I digress. Overall, there's a lot of great things about Houston, but the biggest thing is there's so much opportunity here. Houston is huge. There are so many people who are not being serviced just because there's not a servicer available near their home, or near their house, or near their area, or their location. It's just so much opportunity here to come out here and be an entrepreneur. Go ahead and get your business started. Do hair, do lashes. There's just so much opportunity here. It's so many people to service. So it's just like, it's a great place to go ahead and get your business started. That's one thing I will say about Houston. Like, there's a lot of opportunity here. There are a lot of jobs. There's just a lot to do. It's a huge city. Like, it's way bigger than I imagined it was going to be. Like, it'd take a few hours, I think, to cross over from one side of Houston to another. So it's a big place. So don't think you'll come here and you won't be able to do nothing. There's so many bars, restaurants. They got In-N-Out Burger. I had never had that before. It was delicious. Oh my God, I ate it for a week straight when I first had it. When I like something, I'll be obsessed with it. But it's just so much out here. That's all I can say. Yeah, there's so much to do. And out here, they're going to make sure you get to keep your money, because there's no state taxes, so they would not take those out of your check. You don't have to sit right here and renew your vehicle registration and taxes and stuff every year. Like, you don't have to pay that. Now, I did have to pay $200 to register my vehicle. I don't know why. So make sure you plan for that anyway. Whatever charge is going to be to register your vehicle. You know, you got to switch your insurance over to a new state as well. So just keep that in mind. Another thing I like here is that they have secure parking everywhere. It's always going to be a garage or a gate or something like that, just to make sure your vehicle is safe. Because I don't know what it is about people in vehicles here, but apparently some neighborhoods, they be taking off the tires and stuff. That'd be crazy. Like, you take a person whole tire. I'm desperate on you. I'm desperate on you. Yo, it's too much for me. Like, I can't. I haven't made any friends yet. I know somebody's going to ask me that. I haven't made any friends yet. I went out with the guy recently, and he actually had me around his friends who had girls with them, and I really like those girls. But we got so turned up that night, we didn't even exchange information. we had too much fun that night, so we didn't even get to exchange information. But anybody I meet here, I don't really have a problem with. I haven't met anybody like super rude, super nasty, or anything like that. Like, people just normal here. Everybody minds their business here, which I really, really love. I actually just saw a video of, I think it was Derrick Rose, who was walking downtown. And somebody was filming him, and I saw somebody in the comments was like, wow, it's amazing how Houstonians are just letting him live. They're not like rushing him on the street. It's like, people here really mind their business. I love that. They just be chilling. Like, people just minding their business. Like, I really can appreciate a place where somebody's going to mind their business. But other than that, it's just like, it's a bunch of, like I said, diversity. It's a lot of Spanish people here. So I'm really trying to make an effort to learn Spanish. I want to be fluent so I understand what's going on around me. I got to learn that language and whatever they speaking in the nail salon. Because I got to figure out what's going on. What are y'all talking about? What's all the laughing for? I got to figure that out. I really don't have any complaints too much. Like I said, the only things I would really change is my electricity bill, dumb high. It's crazy. It's craziness. My electricity bill, stupid. It's stupid. I'm coming from a place where my electricity bill is like $60 a month. Maybe 80, give or take. Maybe 100 on a bad month, but here, about $300, $400 for electricity, yo. But I just switched companies, and I haven't got my first bill yet for my new company. So we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. But it's like, whew, I didn't expect that. But I would change that. I would change, people can't drive here. They be driving all crazy here. It's like, when you get on the road here, you got to keep up. If you're not an aggressive driver, they're going to be aggressive. And you going to get ran all over. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be defensive here. A defensive driver. Let me say that. You have to be a defensive driver here. I would change the fast food restaurants I just told y'all about. I would bring a Cookout and a Bojangles here. One thing I love that I forgot to tell y'all about is the gun laws here. The gun laws here they're amazing. The gun laws here, they straight, okay? You only need your Texas license. And by the way, your Texas license was the easiest license to get. I've never had such a pleasant DMV experience. Oh my God. So let me tell you about it. I got to the DMV. I actually made an appointment online because you got to. And when I got there, they actually had sent me a text message that they were ready for me because I checked in too early. But when I got in the parking lot, I got the text. I came to the desk, or trying to come to the desk, and some lady cut me off while I was walking. I'm like, oh my Jesus, here we go. We started already. Oh my Yeshua, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop saying the word Jesus. So for those of you who know, y'all know. But how about, I'm about to walk to the desk because they're calling my number. And literally the lady sits down at the desk that I'm coming to, right? The lady's at the desk says, oh, are you number this, and that? Cause I guess she had just changed. I said, yeah. She's like, I've been calling you. I said, well, I just got the text message. I said, is somebody, cut me off while I was walking. So sorry I didn't get here a little quicker. She was like, well, wait a second and I'll get you. But this is how God worked for me. There was a man sitting right beside her, a black man. He was like, I got you. Come on. I said, you got me right now? I don't gotta wait. He said, yeah. And it was the smoothest process. I was in and out in about 20 to 30 minutes. Like, it was super smooth. I had all my stuff together, so I didn't have to do too much. I wonder who this is calling me. Sorry, somebody calling me for no reason. I was like, I don't even like when people call my phone. Like, why are you calling me? I've been saying I'm gonna change my number. Be interrupting my phone call. They keep calling for some lady named Carolyn. Like, who is Carolyn? And why are you calling my phone for her? I've had this number for 2 years. Carolyn, who are you talking about? And Carolyn, if you're watching this, you need to change your number. Okay? Tired of the people calling me Carolyn. I'm like, yo, stop calling me. Anyway, yes. So he took care of me. Very smooth DMV experience. I got my license in a few days, but I actually got to take my temporary license to a gun shop because I had purchased a gun online, and I went to pick it up with that. It was too easy. I just had to hear a few things, sign a few forms. It was so easy. I could not believe it, how easy it was, how easy they made it to make sure that you're protected. They didn't make it a rigorous process. They didn't make you have to go and turn nothing into the sheriff's office. It wasn't none of that extra stuff like where I'm from. So just stay safe out here. I actually just saw a little video earlier about a woman getting kidnapped at a Kroger grocery store in Georgia, I think. It was only like 9 a.m. It's like, what? It was only 9 a.m. and she fought the attacker and she ended up falling out the car. That was the only reason she got away. It's like, ladies, keep that thing on you. If you don't do nothing else, keep that thing on you. These men out here trying it. It's like, okay, instead of working for the coochie, you'd rather steal it. So weird. It's like, I don't know what he was gonna do to her, but it's just like, you take a whole human being, like what kind of morals do you have? Like, how desperate are you, like, to go and take a person? It's so selfish. Like, bro, come on, do better. I saw a video earlier of a news story where a guy drove off a cliff in California, and he was a doctor with his whole family in a car. It's like, how selfish are you to take these people with you? Like, if you want to go, go. Go. You don't have to take anybody else with you. And that's the same thing when it comes to making your move. If you want to move somewhere, go. If you want to go somewhere, if you're looking to expand your horizons, if you're looking to leave the city you in, don't let nobody else stop you. For years, I listened to girls tell me, my friends, that's what I used to call them, tell me that they would move somewhere with me. If I would have waited on them, I would have been waiting my whole life. So don't wait on nobody to make no moves with you. Make the move by yourself. If they want to come, they'll catch up. You understand? They're going to catch up. Be mustard. Period. No, for real. Like, don't let people hinder you from making these decisions. Don't stop. Don't stop. Like, pursue wherever you want to pursue. If you want to move somewhere, move somewhere. If you feel like that's what God is putting on your heart, do it. The most important thing I forgot to talk about in the last video is going to be waiting on God for your move. That's what you need to make sure is present in your moving decision. If you do not have any peace about your decision, then you know God is not present. If things are not going smoothly for you with the move, you know God is not present there. Like, you need to wait on him. Wait on him. When it's time for him, things will go smoothly for you. I told y'all that I actually was not even going to complete my move. I was going to stay in Charlotte. And do you know I tried to apply for an apartment in Charlotte? I got denied immediately. I was like, oh, I got to go for real. Like, that's crazy that I got approved for one apartment and then the next apartment I didn't get approved for. And the funny thing is, I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing it. Like, just you know, the devil, he will always come to stop you. He will always come to stop you. It wasn't nobody but the devil that came back in my life a few days before my move to delay my process. And the person was so mad I wouldn't stay for them. They were pissed that I would not stay in Charlotte for them. And I almost did it. But God is so good. He's going to expose them to you early so you didn't got to waste your time. He's so good. You know what's crazy about you leaving a place is people don't appreciate you until you leave. Now people be calling my phone. Now people be hitting me up and they want to talk and stuff because I've left that place, because I have removed my presence and they don't have access to me. That's so crazy. It should never be like that. But I like to go where I'm celebrated and where I'm appreciated. I love the energy here. I'm treated very well. I don't have no problems here. Not that I wasn't being treated well in Charlotte. It's just like, it's so much that you've experienced in a place. Like, how do you expect to grow in a place that broke you? How do you expect to grow in a place that traumatized you for so long? In a place where you learned these bad habits, in a place where you became sick at? How do you expect to grow that place? No, you got to go and move on to another place and heal yourself. You got to go and pursue the life that God has for you. God told Abram to leave his father's house because God knew he wasn't able to bless him around his father, around his people. The people around you will hinder and keep you from your blessing. When God told Abram to leave his father's house, he said, go to a land I will show you. So God will show you where you need to go. The land that God shows you, he says that he will make you into a great nation. That means he's going to multiply you. Not only is he going to do that, he said he will bless you. Leave your father's house, he will bless you. So don't be scared to make that move. I promise you. Any idea you have is from the Lord. He is using us as his vessels to go ahead and do whatever he needs us to do. Your calling is probably not where you're at right now. It's probably somewhere else. Don't be scared to take a move, okay? If you have any questions about my move that I did not cover for you in this video, any questions about Houston or anything like that, make sure you go ahead and comment that down below. I'd love to answer it for you. Overall, I give Houston a 9 out of 10. I'm only giving it a 9 out of 10 because the last one, that one that would have made it a 10 out of 10, I ain't found my husband yet, so we're gonna see. Anyway, my name is Janique. This is Janique TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you stayed this long in the video, you might as well go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in the next video. Peace.